psychopath. When you're lost, take your trust. That's me. That's so sick. I'm a fraud, call me a liar. A true psycho. Ooh, I'm a fraud, call me a liar. A true psychopath, don't love me. When you're lost, take your trust. Yeah, that's me. Oh, that's me, that's me, that's me. Yes, I'm a fraud. Call me a liar. A true psychopath.
Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone? I hope you guys are doing well on this Monday. Your girl is tired. I'm not going to lie. Streaming all day is a lot of work. I did not realize it. I like to give it up to the people who do this shit on the regular. It ain't easy. All right, so who do we have in here? Music City Mom, Angie, AJ, Kim M2, Crime Curious, Carol freaking Claus, Becky P, Lucia, Glowbug, hello, Just Dawn, Cement Shoes, hey, Dynamite, how you doing? EK Blackwell, good to see you. BG, good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Glad you guys are all joining. A human being, hello. Hey, Karen Mooring. Good to see you. I think I skipped somebody. I hope not. Let me see. Hey, Laura. Hey, Zoomer Mom. Hey, Kate, none of your business. How's it going? Hey, Petunia, Lisa, Tonka Girl can't read. Apparently, Jen Lou can't read. Tonka Girl. Sorry about that. Hey, Candace, Ruby Joy. Hello. Hey, Allie. Oh, okay. Well, let's hear a word from we have two sponsors tonight, y'all. So brace yourselves. Okay, here we go.
And Kai, when you're on Jen Lou's channel, what do you do with the like button?
Smash, smash, smash. Yeah.
And
no malicious.
The reason we're all here, Sarah Boone. Wow, Alice, was that really necessary? You had to throw the remote on the floor? Wow, spicy. Sorry, you guys. Hey, one who sees. Hey, Kay Braze. All right, so if you can, hey, Melissa, you guys can hear in the background there, Alice is all spiced up on a Monday evening. She's very big, huge mad at me. Hold on a minute. Excuse me, ma'am. You cannot do that. Yeah, I see you. Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So Sarah Boone has written another letter, and this time, y'all, she has decided it would be a good idea to hand deliver it to the judge because, well, apparently she wrote this letter a while back, okay? And it wasn't uploaded. And I had talked about this a couple of streams ago. Not yet, Mama Bear. You have not missed anything. I just started. Hey, Pratt Mommy. Okay, so she wrote this letter a little bit ago, right? But she's mad, okay, because it wasn't uploaded. And then like I started to say, I talked about this a few streams back that it had not been uploaded to the website. And I was kind of curious about why that was. Well, also Sarah Boone was curious about why that was. Now, I thought that maybe because they hadn't changed anything as far as when the trial was going to start, that they didn't upload it for fear that it would, people have access to it. It's me. Hi, I'm people. And that she, might, prejudice the jury or something like that. I don't know. It's still not uploaded. This is the one that's uploaded. This is the one when she showed up in court on July 21st. She wanted to give this to Judge Wooten at the very end. And he was like, basically, I'm just going to give y'all the short story. All right. Basically, his attitude was like, I'm going to take your letter and that's it. We're not going to have a discuss. We're not going to discuss nothing. We ain't going to have a discussion. We're not going to have a little tete-a-tete. Nada. No. I will, oh, crime curious. Hey, babe. Excuse me. So, yes, he was not built for her bullshit on this day. He had other business he needed to take care of, and Sarah Boone was not a priority on his list. So she wrote this letter, but she wanted him to know, and I'm not so sure if it was him. Hold on, I gotta find the thing to charge my computer. I'm not so sure it was really him that she wanted so much to know that she had made revisions. Hey, Inspector Gadget, but for sure, she wanted the public to know. All right, so let me see how I can make this bigger. Hold on, let me see. Let me do it like this. All right, and then I'll get over here and I'll just zoom in a little. Let me see what that looks like for you guys. Can you guys read that? It's all right. This is just something for you to look at. I'll be doing the reading. Okay. So this was originally written June 29th, 2023. It includes her case number, and she wants everybody to know, in all caps, hand delivered 7/21/23. Revisions made 7/20/23. Original not uploaded to date. Second attempt to make public, like everything else in my case, including all my other letters, freedom of speech. Mine. All for your review, critique, judgment, understanding. Try it. Clarify, to become or make clear. Clarity, clearness. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, per the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Where do I even start? Through the officer/inmate grapevine and a letter I received from my fan mail, and usually the only way I find anything out regarding my case, since there is no communication from my current attorney, now 10 weeks, more of complete silence, and yes, my sixth attorney, which I will clarify momentarily. I was made aware my last letter was featured on the news locally, realistically, meaning globally. Apparently, my very legitimate, lawful, real questions and concerns I asked and am still caused a stir on top of the already engulfing whirlpool my case has become and made out to look like, which it is not, hence my previous questions from said letter. I'm trying to protect and maintain my truth, which no one knows, since no one else will. However, I can, and keep some of the illicit ugliness at bay, mismanagement at its finest in everything. Why wasn't I included at all? Why wasn't I asked prior to being highlighted so I would know what was said or asked or criticized so I could rightfully defend myself? What was so newsworthy? By not including me is unfair and adds to the assumptions of what everyone wants me to end up being and thinks I am. This is wrong and also adds to the prejudgment of my case. All of the idiotic theories, empty opinions, false accusations is all the ignorant world knows from all the pertinent private case details available to everyone except me, the defendant in my case. How can I defend myself? I can't, so everything gets meaner, more evil, corrupt, and out of control. I believe this is what a trial is for, right? The world is supposed to learn everything about my case during the trial, right? This is not justice or a system, right? All fairness has been completely removed, right? So, were any of my questions answered? Was anything at all clarified regarding evaluations, amendment violations, case sensitivity, protection, suppression? What's the video hit count reached now? My last letter, it was over 3 million. How much does that shareable income make for everyone? Did anyone locate my attorney or discovery? Everything everyone everywhere in the world knows, has seen, or listened to all of my discovery again, except me. In the meantime, here's a corner piece to my convoluted puzzle. All are wondering when it will finally be put together to see what the real picture is, and also a huge disentanglement of only an oh boy, of only an un I have no idea what that word is, of some of the misunderstandings and ignorance swirling about in my case. Before you try wearing my slides, know where they've been. Well, they've been in jail, Sarah. My attorneys, 6, when, and as I've said numerous times in my previous letter, why not by choice, I am on a 6th attorney. Here is some clarity so everyone can finally have some understanding why my slides are so worn, but no, most definitely walkable still. Attorney number 1, private. February 2020 to May 2022. This attorney sold me the world, promised exoneration, and supplied an overabundance of other continuous false hopes so I would accept his offer to become my attorney. He had no idea what my case was going to be or was really about. Then he deserted me, his client, naive, misspelled, and new. 2 weeks before my scheduled trial due to irreconcilable differences, meaning I was not persuaded enough to agree with what he wanted me to say or do and was not what happened. There was no trust. There was no strategy. And if there was, I was never included in on it, or an innumerable amount of other case defining details and questions left unanswered before going to trial. I felt he was sabotaging my case. Listen, y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. And setting me up for a failure due to his micro amount of experience, which I found out after the fact and was not disclosed prior to my acceptance of his representation. in my macro-sized case. Nonetheless, when we didn't meet to discuss my case and I asked for updates about any progress, he would start talking to me about his client in Colombia, his clown of a sister-in-law, his nephew going to water parks, trips he'd taken, his regrets, where he'd bought his gold sneakers, and many other unrelated, unimportant, time consuming stories. All the while, I'm trying to figure out what's going on and why he's not answering any of my questions. Nothing was ever completed or accomplished or communicated, building 1,000 fires waiting and needing to be put out before making another to left ablaze. I was always ignored and in the dark, conjuring the dreadful, perpetual question mark looming still over my head. So much I prepared an 8-page packet for Judge Wayne C. Wooten to provide during both court dates, defending myself against my attorney's untrue, unresearched withdrawals. No one asked me nor permitted to speak my truth to help him and the court understand my real concerns, along with the carryover since day one. I was trying to avoid going through any of this again going forward. It had already been 2.3 years. I wanted the judge to include me and know I have a side also in everything. Plus, I knew Judge Wooten would be appointing my next attorney in hopes he would listen and appoint a more suitable, experienced one accordingly to save time for everyone to progressively move forward. He must have been throwing darts at a dartboard blindfolded. Ooh, sick burn, Boone. This attorney, number one, is untrustworthy, unreliable, unprofessional with poor leadership skills, and is extremely unorganized. He was unable to pen what? I don't know what that word is. Deceiving. Is unable, I don't know. He didn't even respect me enough to speak with before his withdrawal to try and remedy or figure anything out to stop. I was totally blindsided because of the magnitude of his ineptness and dereliction of duty as a result, withdrawing my case at the 11th hour after taking over 2 years with nothing I knew of but disappointment. I could have reported him to the Florida bar for legal malpractice. Exhaustion 1. I'm also still waiting on him to release all of my case files and documents obtained and accrued during his representation, including well over 100 pages of my handwritten notes and information, which is irreplaceable. He is still not helping. Him no longer being my attorney was not my choice. Attorney number 2, 3, 4. Public defenders appointed by Judge Court, May 22nd, May 2022 to June 2022. Hold on a second. Okay. Judge Wayne C. Wooten and the court repeatedly appointed me public defenders 3 without any research or care. And after I continuously explained to each and tried to the judge court, they could not represent me due to their representation of the decedent. We've done our homework. I was told I received 3 withdrawals, none by choice, definitely not systematic. Attorney number 5. Conflict, appointed by Judge Court, June 2022 to July 2022. Upon our first and only meeting, this attorney expressed his mass confusion in why he was appointed by Judge Wooten, as he was leaving for a teaching job out of Orlando within the week. I learned more from this attorney in one meeting regarding my case and all prior combined. It was extremely disheartening he could not continue representation and set the bar going forward, especially regarding honesty and respect. I received only 2 letters from him, one introduction, one withdrawal. He also did not know where any of my discovery was or notes. Now, 5 attorneys later, not by choice. Attorney number 6, conflict, appointed by Judge Court, July 2022 to present. 1 year mark, 7/11/23, 12 months, 365 days, 52 weeks summarized. 8 total months, 240 days and counting are with absolutely no communication in any form. Completely inactive. Total amount of hours as court appointed attorney, over 8,760. Total times met with client, me, 6. Total hours spent with client, 7. Total phone numbers given to client from attorney, 2. Total numbers that work, 0. Total times speaking to client via phone, 0. Total number of 15-minute video visits with client, 4. Total number of letters sent to attorney trying to communicate, 8. Total numbers of letters to the judge trying to communicate my unsuccessful communication with my attorney in hopes he will communicate with him to communicate with me, 7. Letters to other parties to communicate, 3. Total times in court, 3. 1 was an attempted withdrawal. 2 carry over and over. The last time I spoke with my attorney, May 18th, 2023, where is the progress after 1 entire complete year? Unknown. Everyone, please look on the Orange County, Florida Clerk of Court's website and see for yourself. Am I looking at it wrong? Reading the contents incorrectly? The mass majority of work seems to be from my correspondence. If not my letters, there's minutes, some live, to view from my non-progressive, lackluster court dates, start stating the same information and same continuances, and of course, none of my comments, concerns, or questions from any. I don't just sit there, edited like my case. I feel it important also to communicate to everyone so you understand the undertaking it is for an inmate to attend court and why it is so important to me to have progress to report to make the day count. We are woken up at 3 a.m., taken to a holding cell and wait 4+ hours, then taken to the courthouse and put in another holding cell for however many hours until court time, for only a 5 to 10-minute opportunity in front of the judge to say anything, if at all. Then taken to another holding cell for however long, transported back to another holding cell, wait however long, then taken to another holding cell, then back to our dorm. Most court dates are court days, spending between 8 to 14 hours for little to no time to speak. It's important to me, us, we matter, hence my letters. What will be said for this one, I wonder? Bless it. Like Lois, looking to the skies for Superman, I'm hoping, praying for an attorney to step up and truly represent me with honesty, intensity, understanding, respect, and perspective. When they introduce themselves, they can me also, the real me, properly, not the Frankenstein monster I'm being so wrongfully and incorrectly pieced together as from all the propagandized, lucrative defamation and attempted destruction of my character and still intact integrity. Clearly, also, everyone can see all of the aforementioned information regarding my attorneys was not ever a strategy of mine, nor will it be. Is it a strategy of the judge in court? Judge Wooten, will I be included, please, in my upcoming status hearing prior to my PTC, which is also the 1 year mark of attorney number 6 on 7/11/23? Will I be permitted? I was not attendance from you all, from you, like all the news channels and professional YouTubers. I hope I finally see my attorney whom whom will, I'm sure, tell me, as you so graciously explained to me in my last PTC I was made a part of, consuming my minute minutes of your invaluable time, that you and he have other clients. I am a client and have been for over a year. This attorney and paid tax dollars to utilize all of my available resources, including and not limited to a state or government attorney appointed by the court. And you will always have clients. You never know when you may become one yourself. Please do not discredit my truth. I am a who, not a what. Respectful and diligent, Sarah Boone. Okay. That's it, you guys. That's all. And I'm exhausted. Oh, crime curious, right? She misused several words. Did you guys like my songs that I added? Oh, there's a star. Hold on. Let me see what that's about. Oh, welcome, Glowbug. Thank you for joining memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sorry, you guys. I couldn't look at chat because, as you could see or hear, I was being dramatic and I was reading, so I couldn't see. Oh, Daisy. Thank you for being a member of the whole club for 4 months. Lolo has been a member of the Kookaroos for 4 months. Thank you guys so much. This No, Mo, she does not play crazy. I don't know what she's talking about, you guys. I know how to work the Googles. I also know how to work the Orange County Clerk website. Her discovery is not available online. Right? Diligent. She makes a lot of words sound profane, frankly. Hey, Richie, good to see you. So yeah, these, she's mad. I'm kind of wondering though. I told you guys I'm really thinking about writing the or requesting the jail records from the Orange County Jail, just because I don't want anything other than like to see her visitor logs. I want to see if she's telling the truth, because it'll say that her attorney called, or it was attorney called, blah blah blah, because those have to be noted, because those are privileged calls and video chats, etc. So you'll see on there when she spoke to her attorney. You won't be able to hear any of it, and I don't care about any of that. I just want to see if the math is mathing, because what it sounds like to me, though, honestly, from this, Sarah wants to be included in a way that is impossible. She's not I understand that she is a person. She is. George was a person as well. But she's not co-counsel. And the fact that she is demanding, it's off-putting. It's really your approach, Sarah. Your approach is not good. And you can write at the end of it, respectful and diligent. But it's sort of like when somebody says, with all due respect, and then they say something completely fucked up and thrown off afterwards. It's not respectful at all. It's actually uh, an insult. Um, it's just, you know, and I feel like she just cannot read a room and lacks self-awareness, frankly. She does not realize how she comes off to people. And that's really what it is. She's not an unintelligent woman. It's clear she uses some of her words incorrectly. And you could tell that there are parts of that letter where she is big, big angry because, I mean, she doesn't pass mad, y'all. She's big, big angry because, like, you couldn't even read them. And usually she has decent penmanship, but this time, wow. Yeah. So, well, right. She wants to be the voice for her inmates, but the fact of the matter is, you anyone can speak. Not everyone should. Know what I mean? And that's the deal with her. You need to stop being demanding. Um, and I understand, Sarah, that your case is important to you. Like, I get it. It's just your approach is completely wrong. And you get, all uppity about things and, act like you're put upon. Look, ma'am, let me tell you something. Unless there's some big ass revelation coming out at trial, which I just listen, it's stranger things have happened. But the fact of the matter is, I can't fathom some big ass revelation coming out at the trial, really, in your favor anyway. But it's possible. Um, I don't think that, you're where you're at because of your actions. And you do deserve a right to a fair trial. You also deserve the right, you also deserve the right to you know, effective assistance of counsel. And it's very clear that Bankowitz has no interest in representing her at all. But you're right, Cray Cray. She acts like we didn't see the video. And you're right. Also, Kate Nanya Chavez, and she comes across as you can't work, as somebody that you cannot work with. No, the jury won't see these letters. I can't imagine why they would be admitted into evidence for any reason. Now, I will say this. The fact of the matter is that the Orange County Clerk's website is accessible and free to anyone. All you have to do is be able to prove that you're not a robot. One time I was doing it and I was sitting outside and the sun was a little too bright and I clicked wrong and I had to I had to redo the captcha or whatever you call that, like twice. It was a thing. It was kind of a mess. But you know, it is, and it's possible that they can read it. So yeah, he was not a big guy, Willie. He wasn't. Um, And this is an excellent point too, Tiny Dancer. The fact that all 5 of her attorneys have withdrawn, citing irreconcilable differences, and her 6th attorney tried it too, says that Sarah is the problem. Listen, um, if she speaks to people, hold on, hold on. If she speaks to people the way that she writes to people, I would say she's difficult. Yes. Um, like Gurgis, I'm gonna have to look at that because I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that I don't think she'll walk after 5 years um suspended. I think that she can get um life. And the fact of the matter is, um there are special circumstances applied to this case. The fact that that video is why she's not going to get, uh, is why she will, is why she won't walk at 5 years. I don't think it's the video where she is, hey, leather and lace, the video where she is mocking him and he is clearly, um, not life without the possibility of parole, life, a different life. Do you know what I mean? She can have the possibility of parole, not, not actual life. But it's that video that adds the special circumstances that makes the sentencing guidelines higher, because the video, she acted with depraved indifference. That video is bad. It just is what it is. So if she definitely, I feel like, I'm wondering if part of the irreconcilable differences are that her attorneys advised a plea deal because of the video, right? And Sarah was like, no, I'm not going to take, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. Right. And yes, her defense is that she has battered spouse syndrome. Now, I'll tell you this, as it moves closer, because I'm pretty well, um, like, busy with business. This is going to be the first part of the trial is pretty cut and dry, right? It's the second part of the trial that's going to be more complicated. Anyway, I think as we get closer to this September 18th hearing, where it's going to be an argument between Bankowitz and the JAC, because he wants a different forensic psychiatrist appointed to Sarah's case to have her. He wants them to pay for a different forensic psychologist, and they've already paid for one. And so yeah, as it gets closer to that date and we get closer to a potential trial, then we'll do a good deep dive into the back and forth between them, because they both have they both have charges against them. But I have to say that when you really look at those charges and you look at the complaint and you really read into them, it paints a different picture than what Sarah's trying to paint. I'll tell you, that's my opinion. But they do both have charges on each other. George was the one who caught the charges the last time. I think that I'm curious about this forensic psychologist. It's sealed. I can't see it. Believe me. I thought I was hallucinating colors. I thought it was green and not blue, or blue and not green, whichever one makes it not public. I can't remember right off the top of my head right now, one of the two colors. And I kept clicking it and they kept telling me no and no and no. And I will say this. There's also some compelling evidence from the neighbors who heard a thud. And one of the things that was a big question mark, not so much over Sarah Boone's head, but over everybody else's head, is that George had bruises on him. He looked like he had been in a fight, where Sarah had none. And so a lot of people, including me, I think it is a good theory, is that she pushed him down those stairs in that suitcase, that the suitcase was never downstairs originally. It was always upstairs, and that she pushed him down those stairs. And she drug it around. I mean, in the video, you can see the marks in the carpeting. And you can see her shoes. Her shoes are laying next to the suitcase. It's rather odd. So, oh yeah, Willie, I'm sure she will write you back. She loves to write a letter. So, yeah. I mean, listen, I want to make sure that she's getting a fair trial and that she is getting good representation. And it is clear that Bankowitz is somewhat checked out. I will have a better read, I think, on Bankowitz should this hearing be made public with the JAC. I would like to hear his arguments because if he wants this done, right, he's got to make a compelling argument to the court because at the end of the day, the court is going to decide whether or not the JAC has to pay because this particular psychologist wants way over the allotted money that they pay per hour and stuff for services. So, Wist, no, I do not. I believe that she, hey, butterfly kisses. What I think she did was, I think she was standing on that back patio smoking a cigarette and saying that she was giving him CPR. That's what I think. So, yeah, that was not, she didn't render any type of aid to him. I mean, he was, according to the EMTs and even her ex-husband who arrived on the scene, he was partially out of the suitcase. He wasn't all the way in the suitcase, but he wasn't all the way out of the suitcase either. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, so that's kind of all I got, you guys. She didn't even count right, to be honest with you. And how are you counting while you're supposed to be giving CPR? Like, I don't know how that works. Remember when me and Allie were live together and she got the pillow and was pushing on it to see if it sounded like we tried to recreate the noises that Sarah was making? Oh my gosh. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of all I have for tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Um, to bet this was a long, oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, I love an instant review. Well, I sped up Jen Lou's dramatic reading, and my conclusion is hold on, I gotta, she cleared up many questions. 1, she was caught red-handed. 2, she loves grasping at straws. And 3, she's really become totally batshit crazy. I feel like she probably sounds even more off her rocker at sped up speed. All right, you guys. Oh, I will see you guys. Excuse me. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9:30 sharp. Day 2 of more business. I think tomorrow may be the day that we get to hear the interrogation. Now that's what I'm interested in hearing. I want to know what it is she said to these officers. And I it's not just her words, because words mean stuff, but also tone means a lot. And I want to know all the things and hear it for myself. You're going to be late. Crime curious. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't done so, please give your girl a thumbs up on the live. It helps to get me out in the algorithm. Share this out. I would really appreciate it if you know anybody that could use a little humor, uplift their day. Hopefully this was funny. Good night, Allie. Thank you for everything, babe. Thanks for sharing out my video too. I appreciate that. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.